I spoke way too soon. I'm gonna come out of the gates and say right away that I hate the Blizzard and Microsoft merger. Things were looking great a few weeks ago. Bobby Kotick finally left and the merge was fully taking place. But after this past week, it has me questioning whether it was worth it or not. I've already talked about how I've never actually spent money on Overwatch. Even in the first game, I never spent any money on loot boxes. And after this week, I plan to never do so because I really don't know if I can support these two companies. Talk about dumb and dumber, because good lord, it's a mess. I'll get into exactly what happened in a minute, but first I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video, as I want to continue making Overwatch 2 related content that's not only entertaining, but educational too. So long story short, there are a lot of layoffs. Blizzard laid off just under 2,000 employees from Activision Blizzard and the team at Xbox. This has happened because they're, and I quote, committed to aligning on a strategy and an execution plan with a sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. In other words, they're greedy. I mean, we know this. Microsoft's net income was $73.4 billion last year, and their net worth is $3,036.75 billion. Oh, we need a sustainable cost structure. My brother in Christ, you are worth literally thousands of billions as a company. These layoffs ended in the president of Blizzard, Mike Ibarra, to leave the company after the entirety of Team 4 was laid off. This was the team that was working on the Blizzard survival game, not Blizzard survival game, but the survival game by Blizzard. This news only got worse as the week went on. Last week, I made a video about how Overwatch League is rebranding to Overwatch Champions Series, which is still pretty cool. But the person that presented that video, Zoe, was also laid off. Now, if you didn't watch Overwatch League, Zoe was the head of the panel and an extremely important part of the league as a whole. She brought so much passion and energy to the panel and made even the simplest things so entertaining. So to lay her off is much more than Blizzard shooting themselves in the foot. It's like them standing on top of a crate of explosives whilst set on fire and then shooting the crate with a shotgun. And then, to put the cherry on top of this dumpster fire, they go and lay off Matt Morello, Mr. X himself, the associate director of the Overwatch League. When it comes to casting, Mr. X was the caster to have for your matches because he was so experienced and hyped up both teams. No disrespect to Jaws, Custer, Lemon Kiwi, and all of the other casters, they're all great too. The analogy of Blizzard standing on top of a crate of explosives was set on fire and then shooting the crate with a shotgun has now escalated to them dropping a nuke on top of themselves too. But that just about does it for the meat of this video. So, to Blizzard, and more so to Microsoft really, I have one thing to say to you. Fuck you. To stay operating with a sustainable cost structure, you need employees and you need people working on new stuff that people are excited for and want to buy into. By cancelling that survival game, you are losing potential millions, and most importantly, you're putting people out of a job and essentially leaving them to try and desperately find somewhere to work. This is the type of shit that can lead people to go through very deep depressive episodes and lead to very serious consequences because of it. I'm being dead serious. Layoffs are that scummy. Like I said before, Microsoft are worth literal thousands of billions. So for once, they need to stop prioritizing income and take a chance here and there because God knows they can afford it. By market cap, they were the second biggest company last year, raking in $2.824 trillion with a T dollars, thanks to people becoming stockholders in the company. It's absurd. Stop it. Bad company. Bad. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm gonna ask you to like this video as it lets me know that you find these videos not only to be helpful, but entertaining. Closing thoughts. Capitalism is bad, monopolies shouldn't be legal because this merger is awful, and I'm scared for the OWCS because yikes. Feel free to tell me how you feel about all of this in the comments because I like seeing what all of you think. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure to check out my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.